What's up, guys? It's Lord Both here for another video, and Emilia Perez is in the news again. Or should I say, the lead actor who plays Emilia Perez. And as you can probably guess, it's nothing good. This comes to us via Variety, Karla Sofia Gascon's racist tweets, and the cautionary tale of Emilia Perez. By the way, if you're wondering who Karla Sofia Gascon is, it's this person right here, the, shall we say, adjusted to woman who plays the title character of Emilia Perez in Emilia Perez. Now, there's a whole lot in the earlier part of the article that's basically just giving background information. You know, this is Emilia Perez, this is what the movie's about, Gascon plays this character in the movie, etc., etc. But this is the actual information that came out. The article states on Tuesday, social media users uncovered, and as of writing this, are still uncovering posts by Gascon disparaging Islam, calling it, quote, deeply disgusting. George Floyd calling him, quote, a drug addict swindler. These are Gascon's quotes, by the way, not me saying this. And a diverse Academy Awards, quote, an Afro-Korean festival. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, those are quotes that are taken out of context, obviously. And I did see some of these quotes in the context around them. I didn't see the George Floyd one. The Afro-Korean festival, there's not really much context around that can make it better. But I will say the quote about Islam and deeply disgusting and all that, she was specifically talking about their views on adjusted to women and really the LGBTQ community at large, which if she's going to point out those views, I mean, there's nothing not factual about their views on those kinds of people. And she's entitled to have her opinion about those views, just as you're entitled to have your views about any kind of religion or belief system. Gascon is currently nominated for Best Actress and had already attracted mild controversy for disparaging, quote, people working with fellow nominee Fernanda Torres. I mean, that seems like just general woman behavior to me. Women talking bad on other women, I mean, that's like a daily thing. I think that's one of the core tenets of like social interaction between women. I mean, one of the jokes in corporate offices is that nobody keeps women in corporate down like other women because they're always talking bad on each other. Anyway, apparently that flare-up pales in comparison with the current maelstrom, which jeopardizes not just Gascon's own campaign, but the movie named after, and thus inextricable from her character. Yes, it's almost like this actress who was an actor until their, I think, 40s. I'm not sure how old Gascon actually is, but I do know that they adjusted to womanhood later in life. And it's not like I've heard a ton of them in acting. So yeah, they're going to be pretty synonymous with this character, which is probably going to be their most well-known character ever. And again, not in a good way, because this movie is absolutely terrible. But anyway, now that this has happened, there's been a torrent of social media reaction calling Gascon racist, Islamophobic, all kinds of horrible things that the left endorses to be shamed over. Which, it's always fun to me to see the extreme left eat the extreme left for not being extreme left enough. Whether that's in actual politics or, as we see quite often today, in Hollywood. And I try not to talk about politics specifically a lot on this channel, but when the nature of the story becomes so political like this, I mean, it's kind of hard not to. Speaking of politics, I think this gives the Academy a political opportunity to not actually give the awards that they were maybe going to be forced to have to give to this movie because of how stunning and brave it was. Because the critics on this thing are, at the very best, and we're being very generous here, mixed on this movie. And the critics that hate this movie really hate it. And they have reason to. Because again, this movie is terrible. And as far as general audiences, I mean, the general audience, the Rotten Tomatoes score on this thing is in the Stone Age. I mean, yeah, right there, you can see 19%. People hate this movie. And for the third time in this video, I'll say they are right to. Because this movie is completely awful. I mean, devoid of almost anything good in it. It's barely even laughably bad. And we had been hearing whispers that the Academy, they nominated this film for all these awards, but the whispers said that they really didn't want to actually do it. And a lot of the Academy members didn't feel like they actually really wanted to give the award, but they had to because, again, of how stunning and brave and nuanced about the film was in culture. So if they were looking for any reason, I mean any reason, to snub this thing, of the 13 awards it's nominated for, this would be a reason. This would be their out. And I wouldn't be surprised if they take it. And trust me, if this thing doesn't win any of the 13 Academy Awards it's nominated for, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for the Academy Awards. It saves some of their dignity and respect. Not that they have much of it left. It's good for just mine and a lot of people's faith in humanity and opinions on what actually is, art. And of course, like I said, it's always a good time to see the insanely woke left eat each other because of opinions they don't share. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it. And we'll talk to you again later.